Hello students, I am Sisir Kumar and today we are going to learn projectile motion. What is projectile motion basically? Like when we come to two-dimensional motion, that is motion in plane, then in those motions one type of motion is projectile motion. And when we start learning projectile motion, the very first diagram which we encounter is a diagram something like this. That is, a particle is projected with velocity u at an angle theta. Okay? So, whenever we project a particle like this on the ground, it falls back on the ground. There are a lot of cases, among which we are taking one case that a particle is being projected from the ground and again falls on the ground. Okay, so that we can understand it in the better way. So when you are projecting the particle from the ground, this motion is not on the straight line motion. So we think, or the first thing which comes into our mind, that this is something complicated. But in real, it is the same thing which we have already learned in class 11th before this topic, or in class 9th, that is horizontal and vertical motion. This is just a combination of horizontal and vertical motion. For this purpose, like we will assume that this is a x-axis and this is in the vertical direction, this is y-axis. Now, if we break the component of the velocity in horizontal direction and vertical direction, then we will get this component in this direction, we will get u cos theta, and in this direction we will get u sin theta. We can name it as ux and this is as uy. Now, in horizontal direction, if there is no air resistance, then acceleration will be 0 if there is no other type of collision or any other type of force. And in vertical direction, ay is g in downward direction. With sign we can write it minus g if we take downward direction as negative sign. Now just break this motion in horizontal and vertical motion. We can divide this motion, that the particle is being projected with velocity ux, u cos theta, and ax equals 0, and in the same way the particle is being projected in vertical direction with velocity uy as u sin theta, and ay is minus g. So at the same time the particle is executing horizontal and vertical motion. That's why this path is like this. Okay, so from now onward we will always solve the question of projectile motion by breaking it in horizontal and vertical direction. So in this case, if we have to find the time of flight, like for how much time it was above the ground and what was maximum height and what was its range, horizontal range. Okay, so first of all, who will decide the time of flight? Vertical motion or horizontal motion? Vertical motion or horizontal? So in this case, whatever may be the velocity in horizontal direction, it will not take it up, and the time of flight will only be decided if it goes up. So vertical motion will decide its time of flight. So first of all, capital T, time of flight. In vertical direction, at initial position there was zero displacement in vertical direction, and finally also the zero displacement is in vertical direction. So h equals uy t minus half gt square. You can take one t common, which will be equal to 0, which was initially, and the second t will give you time of flight, which will be equal to uy is u sin theta 2 will come on this side upon g. So 2u sine theta by g gives you the time of flight. I hope this part is clear to you. I just broke this motion into two parts, and from there I just considered them as a horizontal and vertical motion, that is motion in one disk separately, and by this motion I calculated time of flight. Now what is the maximum height? So again the vertical motion will decide the maximum height, and for h max v vertical square equals u vertical square minus 2g h max. So v vertical at maximum height, there will only be horizontal velocity, but vertical velocity will become 0. So at maximum v vertical is 0, u sine theta whole square minus 2g h max. So h max is u square sine square theta upon 2g. So we can easily get h max maximum height. Now finally, what is the horizontal range? So the particle will move in horizontal direction with constant velocity for the time for which it is above the ground. So again it comes to the formula distance equal to speed into time. So now finally the range can be given by range equal to ux horizontal velocity into time of flight, which is u cos theta into 2u sine theta upon g. So range can be written as u square, this can be written as sine 2 theta upon g. So this is the final formula of range. So see how easily we can find the terms related with this 2D motion by using the concept of 1D motion. So projectile is none other than the combination of horizontal and vertical motion, and always use the concept in projectile motion, the concept of horizontal and vertical motion, to find all terms related with this topic. This was just one example. Later we will learn the case in which the particle will be projected horizontally and it will fall on the ground. Then it will be projected from the ground and it will fall at the roof of any top high building. Further, we will take the case of inclined plane. So there will be a lot of cases, but this was just the basic information and basic concept related with the projectile motion. Okay, thank you.